right. We're here. We're live. I got my main man, Miguel, to the right.
Yo.
And myself to the left. And our co-host and normal host of this show, Favi, is out. Not feeling well today, but plenty to cover.
Whatever Dondo had last week, he caught it.
He definitely caught what I had. I left it in the chair, and he took it home with him. So
That's a good one.
He's not feeling well, but we wish him all the best and a quick return back to the show.
Yeah, because it's not the same without him.
It just isn't the same. However, we do have a big show up ahead of us. We got UFC Fight Night to cover. We got a call-in from Shawn Fowler and our good friend Adam Woods. The Cerrone Yancey headline fight.
Did anybody watch the fights?
Yeah.
Robert?
Everybody.
You watched the fights?
Yeah, while I was working at the same time, so I didn't catch everything.
I'm sorry. Can you grab a microphone, please, Robert? I can barely hear you.
Make sure you're talking to the microphone there, Producer Robert. We got Producer Robert in the captain's chair. We got a co-producer with Ms. Perez here today. And Arthur Ramos, straight in from Trabuco Hills.
Trabuco, Mexico,
Trabuco, Mexico.
But anywho, let's go ahead and where do you want to start? UFC?
UFC, we can get right into it. What was the
Robert's countrymen, I should say.
Are we going to start at the top or the bottom, though?
I don't know. We'll let Robert take it away. Robert, where do you want to start from?
Bottom. We want a headline last.
Okay, I'll pull it over now.
All right, what's up? Anywho,
a good night of fights, and they were free.
It was a lot was going on this weekend, right? I mean, I don't know if anybody else is an NBA fan. You had the All-Star game, which I tried watching some of it, but whatever. But yeah, there's a afternoon full of fights, so made for a good Sunday.
Are there fights ever on the basketball court, or they just throw themselves down like soccer players?
Nah, there was that big one a couple years back with Robert. Was it Indiana? Was it the Pacers?
That was a while back, but yeah, the Pacers was the last big one.
Yeah, that was actually a pretty big one. They actually got in a brawl with the fans, with the audience.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I thought that only happened in hockey.
Every once in a while, Charles Barkley and Shaq went at it, right?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
If you say so.
All right, so let's do it. Robert, what do you want to start from?
Okay, so
I think from the prelims.
So how far back should we go? I mean, you want to go from...
We started watching right when it...
Yeah.
Right? Yeah,
we were straight up 3 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon.
Sarah Morris,
we saw Sarah Morris,
with Sarah Morris.
Yeah, because then you guys didn't get the UFC...
fight.
Yeah, the
fight
pass thing.
Fight pass, that's it.
Okay, so we'll start with that then, I guess.
Sarah Morris was on there, though.
Yeah,
Sarah. Is that her name, Morass?
Oh, there was actually, I think, 2 fights before hers. So.
Also, the Josh Berkman one, you seen that one too?
No.
Yeah, no, we saw that one. Yeah. He got tapped, right?
Yeah, let's see. Josh Berkman.
What an amazing memory.
Yeah, Alex Morano, Josh Berkman.
Oh, it was, Alex Morono. I remember his name.
Yeah.
And then the one before that was...
That was a guillotine, right?
Yep, and then the one before that
was Tim Williams and Oscar
Picada.
Pichota.
Okay, well, that was do you see that one too?
I don't recall coming across that one.
Yeah, that one looks like it was a KO.
Came over the top of the right hand?
Yep.
No, I remember the Josh Berkman one. But we started, with the Sarah Morris.
How do you pronounce that, Morris? Morass?
I don't know.
Well, Sarah did a hell of a job.
Okay, well, anywho, let's get cracking from the beginning then.
Okay, so let's well, we did the Sarah one, right? So let's go to the next one.
Did we? She bloodied up her opponent. What was her opponent's name? We didn't talk about that much.
No.
But it got ugly.
Well, all I remember was Sarah Morris, I thought, was winning the first round, and I was like, dude, she's going to take it with her, right? And then the Czech chick.
Yep.
And then second round, third round. I mean, I don't know what happened to her, but she went downhill from there. And it almost looked like she was going to get, I think, knocked out on the second round, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. She busted her up pretty good. She got wobbly in the legs.
Yeah. And then third round, it was all, Miss Czech. And I think she took a UD.
Yep.
Am I correct?
Yep. It was a...
Robert?
Yep, you're correct.
An
IUD. Lucy Podedlova defeats Sarah Morris. Yeah. Unanimous decision. And after that, you got the two Sanchez versus Sanchez, Joby and Roberto.
You don't see that every day, do you? A Sanchez on a Sanchez.
Oh, I think Joey was...
Joby.
our good pal Jason House's guy.
Yes. And a brawler.
Where's Joby out of? Is he out of Oyama? Is he an
I
Oyama
don't
guy?
think he's
Or?
an Oyama guy, no.
Got
but,
it.
I know. I did see he was rocking an iridium on his shorts.
Yep.
But
Which
I
is
think he
always
lost.
good.
What did he lose? A guillotine as well, yeah. Oh no. He got choked. That's remember.
Took
I don't
his
know about
back.
you guys, dude, but
It was a RNC.
yeah, but
Put up the RNC, and he put it up
if
more
you're
than
get-
once.
If you're getting choked, the last thing I would want to do is to slam my way out of it, because I think that's what he did. He tried to fall back.
Well, here's the problem. Yeah, I think he got the body lock on him, that figure four across his stomach.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, and then he could have done a shoulder roll. I mean, there's many things he could have done, but yes, as he fell back, his neck exposed itself, and he cinched it up a lot easier.
I mean, just in my opinion, I am no expert, but I think
Scraping him
maybe
off the
scraping
fence.
him off with
Yeah.
the fence would have been the best option.
Well, yeah, because then it doesn't put that. I think when you roll or you roll forward or backward, regardless, the chin exposes
Yeah,
itself.
no,
So-
you're right.
And
Yep.
that was the
And
problem.
I think worse is what he did to just fall back.
Well, he fell back, and that's when he sunk it in so deep. But what are you going to do?
Yep. And after
It's all
that,
hindsight now.
Yep, that's it. And after that, we had
Brian Camozzi, Jeff Neal.
and I'm trying to remember. I know we saw all of these, but
Yep. I don't have Favi's recall, but man, that guy's amazing when he does that.
oh, I know he did. Yeah.
Talk about it, makes notes, everything.
Yeah, so
So do you guys need the results for the Jeff Neal fight?
Tell us, give
Come-
us the countdown, see
So-
what we recall.
So it says it's a rear naked choke. I didn't see these fights. I mean, I tried, but I was working at the same time, so I was getting yelled at quite a bit.
Oh no, I do remember this one. He was constantly working at it, but couldn't get it, and then he cinched it up at the end.
Okay.
Yeah,
I know we watched it, but
yeah.
for the life of me, I can't
a
remember.
lot of
this
fights,
one.
man.
No, I know. Yeah.
It did include beer and alcohol and barbecue.
Yeah.
Barbecue,
lots
yes.
of barbecue, and a little bit of beer. Not a lot.
So good
We didn't
times.
end up- yeah, because
What'd you guys eat? I heard there was something that Byron, our good friend Byron, made that was pretty good.
what didn't he make that was good, dude?
Well, we went to the grocery store, and I told him to go light, which is $115 later, and I'm like, what part of light is $115 lunch? I was going to go to the Taco Bell for $6. Apparently, he doesn't listen very well, but he is a chef. He does cook well, and anybody who wants to cater their UFC party, we can send our big boy Byron over.
We told him to keep it at a Pico Rivera budget since we
Yeah.
were in Pico Rivera.
He went on a Downey budget,
But anywho, on to the next one.
but with steaks, it was shrimp, it was chicken, it was Byron's famous white sauce and bread to dip it in.
Oh, dude.
We got
Carlos Diego Ferreira against
Jared Gordon.
Fajita.
Give me the results again, please, and I'll try to
That
remember.
one was a first round TKO.
That was a stoppage.
Okay.
They stopped it because he pounded him into the ground. I remember it.
Okay.
He was beating his face in, and they cut in. I think it was Miragliota.
Yeah,
Gotcha. Okay.
it was.
It was Miragliota.
Okay, and then you got the Sage Northcutt.
How do you
T-
fight? We can't forget this. And
Oh,
I
no.
really put my money on T-Boat Goaty.
So did I, and I thought he won. Just my opinion.
Yeah.
I thought he won. But of course, they're in Texas, so anybody that knows that's Sage Northcutt's hometown or home state.
Well, the problem with it is but really, if you go back and watch the fight, that Gowdy did a little bit more damage each round, and Sage had no control whatsoever of the
No,
cage.
even his takedowns, he attempted
it
quite
was
a few
lousy.
takedowns.
Stuffed his takedowns. He pulled,
Right.
pushed him to the ground, popped out the back. It just wasn't right, and then he got the win. So don't leave it to the judges, as they always say. But somebody like Sage, otherwise he wouldn't keep coming back.
Yeah, no, I thought that one was quite.
It's questionable at best.
Yeah. Up next, we had Brandon Davis against Steven. Is that Peterson?
Yep, Steven Peterson.
Okay. I think this one was a decision. I don't remember this one too well either, but Robert, what we got there?
I was about to say, Byron Davis. But yeah, Byron Davis defeats Steven Peterson, unanimous decision.
Okay.
Unanimous.
Oh, okay. It's all good. On to the next one. We had Thiago Alves.
Oh, this was good. Did you see Thiago? He didn't look like himself. Curtis Melender was looking pretty good, but I have to say that Thiago has looked more jacked in years past, and he looks like he's a newcomer now. He's got a normal
Hey,
physique.
he's off of the
The Brazilian
Mexican
supplements. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
What is it? What do you attribute it to, Robert?
age. I mean, he's been fighting for a long time.
No, I don't think he looked bad. He looked regular. He normally looks like an action figure.
I mean, it's age. I mean, you gotta remember, he's been fighting a long time. He's been out for a while.
You're very forgiving, Robert.
No, I mean, seriously,
We need to
he's
put you
been
on the commission.
he's been out for a while. Like his
Agreed.
Oh, you're
he
right.
hasn't
yeah,
been
no,
active for a
'cause
long.
I think they had said that he hasn't fought in like a year, or like what was it last year? Last time he fought, right?
Yeah, and then before that, it could have been even longer. I mean, I know he had some really bad things. He had some surgery, a whole bunch of stuff. He's been out. He hasn't been fighting quite. He hasn't been active as much. So I mean, I think that attributes to it, especially when you're not being active and you got injuries. That'll age you
Well,
pretty quickly,
the
right?
play-by-play, as I remember it, Curtis Millender just outgunned him, outclassed him, and just schooled him for the length of the fight.
Yeah. No, since round one, dude, right off the bat, you know, not saying, you know, Curtis Millender wasn't bringing any heat, but, you know, most newcomers, and to get thrown at somebody like Thiago Alves, you know, I was just kind of like, wow, it's going to be probably a long night for Curtis, but his John Jones-esque
That's right.
style.
That's right. That is that style I saw.
Yeah, was you know,
Opened up with a teep kick, and the way he was working on Thiago's legs.
yeah.
He stayed real loose. Yeah, his style was very familiar to us, and that was
Yeah.
his first fight in the UFC. So, I think we're going to see more from Millender because it was a pretty good performance for a first fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, the one thing about Millender is he's been around. I mean, he made his way up. He's the champ of LFA, and then he had that vicious head kick knockout. That's what got him into the UFC. Before that, he was doing really good. Then he got a stint in Bellator.
Yeah.
It didn't work out so well. He was preparing for Michael Page. Michael Page drops out, didn't make it, and he ended up with from a striker to a straight up
Wrestler, which was pretty hard to change, you know, even though
You know, you guys got to be prepared.
they're trying to prepare for everything, but, you know, he ended up with a wholly different style.
Well, hats off to him, man, because I mean, like you said, he worked hard to get up there. So
I haven't seen anyone with that style other than, you know, Bones Jones, who's history now or I guess we're going to hear about that soon. Any news on that?
The only thing I've seen is that he, they're saying that he could be fighting by the end of the year.
Oh,
Really?
I sure hope not.
Yeah.
How does Nick Diaz get, you know, a lengthy sentence for
dude.
marijuana and the cocaine user gets a couple months out?
not only the cocaine user, but he like smashes into somebody. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like crashes his car. Could have possibly killed him.
Is there just nobody that is going to draw viewers and they have to put him back in? Is it that sad?
No, I mean I don't think they really have control over it. It's the commission, right? It's if he gets off or not. So that's what it's about. I mean UFC could, you know,
Influence?
not influence. They could hold their own suspension or things like that, but they put it all in the hands of the commissions now, and they to make it fair, so there's no favoritism involved at all.
Because what was the initial suspension he got? Like 4 years or something?
I think that's the minimum. Supposedly, that's the minimum for the second pop.
Well, I hope they stick to it.
And I don't think he's actually been sentenced yet.
Okay.
That's
He's-
coming down the wire right now, right?
Yeah, I guess it should be soon.
Okay.
And Aaron Murrow says that Curtis Millender is pretty awesome.
And Erin knows her stuff. The
She is
encyclopedia
a wealth
of MMA.
knowledge. Absolutely.
She is
But-
the encyclopedia of
Why don't you tell her
MMA.
to come hang out today?
I did tell.
Probably,
I did.
use
Where
her
are you
house.
when we need you,
I
Erin?
did ask Aaron to see what she was doing tonight. She said she missed all of us except for Stinky Butt.
Oh.
But yeah, she said she's gonna try to come next week.
Let's go to the Angels game, Erin.
Ew. Well, you
Yeah.
guys can go to that.
I'm down because I get special seating, man. She sits like above the crowd.
Must be nice.
Yeah, no, must be nice.
Thanks, Robert.
Thanks, Robert, for that burst of laughter.
We got a laugh track now, so
We do.
You know.
We're performing for a live studio audience.
Moving on, we had James Vitt. What's
Wait,
up?
hold up. Okay, Aaron says John Jones has not had his arbitration yet. It's on the 23rd.
It's coming up. That's this Friday. Aaron, since you're going to be attending the arbitration, make sure you report back to us so that we can talk about it on the show.
Yes, please. So, moving on, we got James Vick against Francisco Trinaldo, which I'm not going to lie, was one boring-ass fight.
Mm-hmm.
Boring.
Not to mention it was long, drawn out, and ended at round 3.
Yeah. So, I ain't really got much to say about that.
It was a unanimous decision.
Trinaldo tried. All I remember from that fight is he kept coming up short on punches.
Yep.
That's about it.
Ended in the UD for Mr. Vick.
Yep. So let's move on. All right, so here's when it got good, right? Derek Lewis against Tybura.
Yeah, I saw pieces of clips while I was working.
I saw Derek Lewis drop him, and then it started working again. And then by the time I got a chance to look at it again, all I know is Derek Lewis was on his back.
Yep. Turned
so
him
it
over
was
quick.
Yeah, so it was for the most part, actually, I would say, actually, right when it started, I had actually called it. I said, I bet you Derek Lewis is going to drop him. And sure enough, I didn't disappoint. But I think Tybura had snagged a couple takedowns, had taken the back, right? Taken the back a few times. And I thought it was also going to be quite a long night for Lewis. But, I don't know if you caught round 3, Robert, but, in between rounds, his corner was telling him, yo, man, you got to get out there and get it,
Get after it.
I did not. And actually, the worst part about the whole thing is I turned my head. I looked away.
You saw the Americana, and then it got stretched out?
I turned back, and I just saw Derek Lewis on the ground doing his whatever thing he does. Yeah, I don't know what the beast thing.
Yeah.
So are these heavyweights Tybura, Lewis?
Yes.
Or was it light heavyweight?
No,
oh, God, if they're light heavyweights, Jesus Christ.
They were huge. They were
If
heavyweights?
they were light. Yeah, no, they were heavyweights.
He
He looks like it.
Yeah, these are some big animals, and when we saw that seal maneuver at the end, the that was really
Good with the steel.
he did the seal at the end. I think he ran out of breath.
All right, I'm gonna let Robert take the headliner on this one because that's his homie right there. So,
Well, you tell us what you think. So
Yeah, what's up,
Yancy
Robert?
Medeiros coming from Waianae. What do you think, Robert?
I kind of
Your heart was in it?
it's just it's hard for me to say this because we've actually brought this up 3 shows ago when we announced the fight for it, or 4 shows, I can't remember, and I'm on there saying that. Remember, I said I hope he doesn't get the fight; he might get hurt.
okay.
And the reason is I think Yancy gets hit a lot,
I agree.
and a person that cracks is, and he was doing good though. He was doing really, really good. I just think that he's too tough for his own good. I think he stands in there and he doesn't mind getting hit and he catches up to you. And that's the problem I see with Yancy is that he doesn't mind getting hit. So
Yeah.
he gets in there, he throws down, he tries to take one and give one, and it doesn't work out all the time.
Well, what did you think about him switching his stance like back and forth?
I actually could not watch the whole thing all the way through, so I just catch pieces and pieces. Of course, I watched that more than all the other ones.
Uh-huh.
It really showed the experience of Donald Cerrone versus Yancy. He stood in the pocket, he threw the same combo, and he landed him. And it really made a devastating difference because, when it came down to it, I think Yancy was rocked.
Oh, dude, I don't know, man. I mean, I to be honest with you, I was kind of I thought Yancy had a pretty good chance. Not saying he, I don't know, dude. I kind of thought Yancy was gonna take it, but I have to agree with Robert that he eats way too many punches.
And Cerrone delivered him.
Yeah. So.
I saw him eat a couple left hooks that just looked like they were going to put him down too.
The first, I remember it almost ended like at the beginning. What was it, the beginning of the round or something like that? That I thought I was like, oh, dude, he's dead, and he actually got back up and they let him continue fighting. I think I could be wrong, but as far as I remember,
Yeah. They didn't stop it right away.
yeah. But yeah, so Cerrone scores a knockout. I think it ended just how everybody thought was going to end. So
Well, he knocked him out, man. But then Yancy jumps the fence. I think he's going to fall because you shouldn't jump fences when you have a concussion.
yeah.
And when Cerrone puts you out, there's something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But he jumps over, and then, he's getting all huggy with Cerrone's grandma. Did he tell him to? Was that what it was? That was cool. I think there was a lot of love there, and that's okay to love your opponent, right? It's okay
That's
to have
cool.
brotherhood,
Whatever.
right?
Yeah, of course. It's all good.
But, man, I'm glad the guy didn't take a tumble over the fence. because he was walking like, a brand new born deer, and all of a sudden he jumped the fence. I was like, hey, just be careful, little buddy.
Yep.
Erin has a point. She says he actually just got through a war with the Brazilian cowboy, so maybe there's got a little bit of.
When was that? When did they fight?
I would say like 2 months ago. I don't think it was that much longer.
Oh, wow.
That long ago. I think he impressed everyone, and they figured.
Let's give Yancey let's throw him a bone.
See what happens. But I do know that
Aren't Brazilian cowboys called gauchos?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the guys that give us the beat off the thing. Right?
Yeah. No, it's Brazilians too, I think. But anywho, what do I know? All right, cool. Well, that's pretty much the fight night, right?
Yeah, that's a wrap for UFC Fight Night, which was better than some of the paid cards.
I agree.
You
Yeah.
know? So
Yeah, it
if
was
you
a pretty
missed
good
it,
night.
and on a Sunday,
Can't beat that.
unbelievable.
If you didn't have to get up for work this morning,
Yep.
then it was even better.
President's Day, Donald Trump Day for Miguel.
Yeah, right. I wanted to go to work in that case. But anyways, I'll save my opinions for later.
That's right. It's like a political here. We're at
Anyways.
full contact fanatics, in case you're wondering. We're here. We're live. We're at.
That's right. We're at Full Contact Fanatics.
That's right.
Where we're at.
Yeah, we're on it.
And
Live
once
every
again,
Monday at 8.
Yep. Our the Mac Daddy Favi is out sick.
We wish you well. Hope you to come back next week, Fabi, because it's just not the same without you.
Yeah, it's not. It really isn't. It's hard to hold his seat down,
That's right.
Especially he's got that smooth,
Diamond seat.
Yep. So whatever Dondo gave you, I hope it goes away quick.
That's right. Don't ever sit in my seat again. You'll learn. It's reserved.
So what else we got, Dondo?
Well, coming up here shortly, we got a call-in again, like we were talking about earlier, from Shawn Fowler, as well as the ever-present at every event that exists in Southern California, Adam Woods. Don't know how he has the time or the ability to get into just about everything, but the man is everywhere talking to everyone. I think it's so cool when I get a good interview from someone. I look online, and Adam's got 2.
Wow.
I can't compete with his numbers. The guy's a talker and a mover, and he's all over the place. So I'm glad he's part of our team. And bula bula to you.
What's up, Robert?
Our producer Robert's got something on his mind.
There's another event that I don't think we all caught because we're busy with some other stuff, but we should talk about it.
Nelson
at least.
Mitrione.
Yeah, Nelson Mitrione. I mean,
Did you watch it?
I did pieces of it. I did.
Okay, well then you school us.
So he's referring to Bellator 194, Nelson Mitrione.
That's part of the what do you call it?
Yeah,
Tournament.
the tournament, the heavyweight
Right?
tournament.
Okay.
Yep. So I didn't see a lot of the first stuff, so I'll just kind of go over it real quick of what they had. So Dean Hancock, Marcus Surin. That one went Marcus Surin wins by arm triangle. Then you got Walter Howard, Jared Trice. Looks like that was Jared Trice majority decision. Then you got Rigovaldo Carvalho and Tom English.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got Mike Kimball, Jeffrey Den, and that was TKO, first round, Mike Kimball.
Okay.
Okay, then Ronnie Arana Leon, Ross Richardson. That was a TKO, round 2. Ross Richardson wins that. You got Taiwan Claxton and Jose Antonio Perez. I caught this fight. This is a pretty cool fight. Claxton won. He beat Perez TKO.
Nice.
Second round. Then we had Liam McGeary versus Vadim Demkov.
Oh, okay.
Kind of excited for this.
Yeah,
fight, 'cause
yeah.
Like,
Am I mistaken, or isn't he one of SS whatever that team is? SPG, yeah. Or
I don't know if he's a straight flash. I can double check. Let's see. Let's find out. But that fight, I was hoping I'd see a little bit more from McGeary, but it didn't go his way at all. He would just get torn up by leg kicks, and he just couldn't stand, and that was pretty much it.
Where was that fight held at, Bellator? Was that local?
No, that was
St. Louis?
St. Louis, yeah.
Yeah, he's actually, that's right. He's with Renzo Gracie.
He is?
Yeah,
He's a New Yorker.
Renzo Gracie. Yeah,
Nyalka.
Mhm.
that's right. Trains out there.
Okay. And after his was
This one was kind of, everybody thought this was gonna be pretty badass fight. It was 2 boxers, Heather Hardy and Anna Juliton.
okay.
Yeah, 2 pro boxers. I mean, 2 champions. We thought this was gonna be a
Rock 'em,
pretty
sock
good
'em.
throwdown, but it was kind of boring.
Okay,
Get
I believe it.
itself
It
out.
was
What did
kinda
they do?
boring.
End up shooting on each other and getting nowhere?
Not really.
What was the ending?
It was just
Unanimous decision
unanimous decision.
for Heather Hardy.
Yeah, Heather Hardy. Heather Hardy. Won.
Okay, and then you had Patricky Pitbull.
Yeah, Pitbull's back, man. Terry Campbell's that fight was pretty good.
That's the bigger Pitbull, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
And yeah, he hit him with the left and then just put him down with that right, and that was it. And that was TKO round 1. Then we had the Roy Nelson Matt Mitrione fight. This was what's
Oh
that
my
called?
God.
It's not a rematch, is it? They
No,
fought
It is a
before?
rematch.
It
It
is?
is a
Yeah,
rematch.
oh,
Yes,
you're right,
it's a
you're right, you're
rematch.
right.
It's a rematch.
And how
They
did,
fought on Tough, didn't they?
No, they fought in the UFC.
how did it work out in the UFC? Refresh
Nelson
my
won
memory.
that one. I think Nelson dropped
That
him.
was one of the belly rubbing.
No, I think he put him away.
Oh, he lost this time, huh?
Yeah, it was Ultimate Fighter finale, and Mitrione with he put
So it was
he
the
put him
show.
out with a TKO. Yeah,
It was the show.
yeah.
You
Okay.
called it.
No, it
man.
wasn't the show. It was the finale.
The finale. A
Isn't
different finale.
Isn't the finale part of the show?
Well, Roy Nelson won the show, then they fought on the finale, like I think the following Tough.
Oh, okay. Tough finale.
Yeah.
Yeah, Roy Nelson beat Brendan Schaub.
Yeah, I
No,
remember that.
Yeah, Brendan.
It was
Schaub
Brendan
for
Schaub,
the-
yeah.
Okay, so anyway, so Mitrione,
Yeah.
did he win a decision?
Yeah, he got away with the decision.
And it was
it
only
was a majority
3-rounder?
decision. It was a majority decision. There's one judge gave it 28-28. Roy Nelson's pretty pissed off with this one. I don't know. I thought Mitch did enough to win that. Although, of course, I'm gonna go with the same body type as me. Well, so I'm pulling for Roy Nelson. But I mean, I like Meathead. Meathead's funny. It's kind of crazy, but cool guy.
Okay. All right.
Would you fight Roy Nelson, Robert?
Fuck no. I mean, if I'm getting paid, I'd fight them all. But if I'm getting paid,
No, I just wonder what you'd think. Do you think he could stuff his takedowns?
no. Roy Nelson is like an orangutan.
I get it.
He's exactly like an orangutan. He's a long ass. He's
gonna destroy me if you get to.
Oh, that's right. He does have good ground. He just never uses it.
Yeah, for a big fella, yeah.
But could you handle a couple of those punches to the chin or no?
Yeah, just imagine you and Yale with the
Giant-
belly and hitting that long.
I'm almost there. I am almost there.
We've been feeding him quite a bit.
Stay away from this
gigantic long ass uppercut.
His wife already warned him. You gain weight, you're out of here.
That's right.
You're fired. Get back in the gym.
She was like, once you pass 175, you're
That's
out
right.
the door.
She's, I'll get back in the dojo or don't come home.
That's right.
That's what.
That's what they all say.
Yeah.
I still have a way.
I'm fatter than ever.
So what do we got after this? Where are we going now, Robert? Take us somewhere.
Take
I
us
know.
somewhere. What do we got for the calls? What time do we got set up for the call, sir?
Well, Shawn Fowler said he just finished training, and he
Okay.
said, "Let me see."
Gonna be a little bit.
So let me see if we can get Adam Woods on earlier.
Yeah. One
Um,
interesting tidbit of information in the jiu-jitsu judo world. Down at Anaconda MMA in Gardena, our good friend Giovanni Varela received his coral belt in judo, and I
Oh,
believe
wow.
that was about a week ago. And if I heard correctly, and I don't know the whole story behind it, but Gokor, actually Big Gokor, took his coral belt off of himself and wrapped it around Giovanni, which has to be a hell of an honor.
Holy
I
crap,
don't
really?
know,
Wow.
I don't know how or why that happens, and I'm not too versed in
And judo.
how or why you get that coral belt, but I know that it's the highest level in anything in jiu-jitsu that I've ever seen.
Mhm.
I always called it a red belt, and I was recently corrected. It's coral and it's striped, and it did jiu-jitsu always have that coral striped belt too?
I
do not know the history of that. I do not know the history of the coral.
Okay.
I think there's a black and red coral belt in
It's even
jiu-jitsu.
higher?
No, I think that one comes first, and then the... Dude, I am not too sure, to be honest. But I know the red belt is the highest, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, only a very small handful of people have the red belt. And I think, well, obviously Elio Gracie had one.
Yeah, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
And anybody thereafter, I don't know exactly how they acquire it, but Elio, of course, he could put it on himself for all I care.
Yeah. I don't know who else has one, though. But, Wow, so coral belt, huh?
So Giovanni Varela gets this. Gokor puts it on him, and I know that they have 3 academies in Mexico. So the 3 local academies would be Tijuana, Mexicali,
Oh, wow.
and Rosarito, called Kino Judo Club, Kino Fight Academy, and that's where he received it, I believe, from Gokor. But the honor in itself, just getting Gokor's belt, can't even imagine.
Yeah.
Whether it's his white belt or his coral belt, it's still
Yeah.
amazing.
Let me see if I can. I'll try to see if I can find some pictures of that.
It's all good, and it is out there. I know he's got it on his Insta. I don't know if they posted it on the Anaconda website, but then shortly thereafter, and I don't know if they have just a similar timing on this, but Giovanni got his 2nd degree black belt from his academy, Anaconda Academy. So moving up in the world of judo and jiu-jitsu, and he's right now en route to Honduras
Oh, wow.
to put on a world jiu-jitsu event in Honduras. What do you got on him?
So our good pal Art here, who happens to be prepared, much prepared than we are,
Producer Art
so
Ramos.
shows me here a coral belt is a 7th degree belt awarded to jiu-jitsu masters who have been active black belts for over 30 years.
That's a long time.
That's a long time. Yeah.
So that's the coral belt for jiu-jitsu. He got it for judo
Okay.
because he's a 2nd degree black belt in BJJ.
Wow. Okay.
So what?
That's interesting.
So thank you for that. Except it still did not spell out the anomaly of what the coral belt in judo is about. But there's his son, Monster. No, it looks like Monster.
No, that is.
He's another.
Could we blow
monster
that
in
up
the
a little
family?
bit, possibly?
No, I dig the way it looks.
That's
All done.
Thiago Ronaldo.
Okay.
Thiago.
Yeah, this is Giovanni getting his 2nd degree black belt from Thiago Ronaldo. Oh, that's the Kino guy.
Yeah, it is Kino. His name is Guillermo. He's a real nice man from Tijuana. We'll be heading down there. I think.
Yeah, we were planning on going last month, but
I believe
passport
Miguel's passport got
issues.
swiped by his wife, so I'm gonna have to go alone.
I was gonna say I was having passport issues, but
Yes.
you know, we'll get that
Well,
straightened out.
then I'll just go with
eventually.
Jessica, and you just.
Yes,
film.
please take my wife.
Yes.
Wow. So, anyways, shout out to Mr. Varela,
Yeah,
who's
and
always
the
been a
family.
homie of the show,
That's
homie
right.
of ours. Welcomed us to his academy on quite a few occasions. I mean, through the killerest seminar not that long ago that we actually did a Gym Crashers episode on. So, you know, look out for that too. I think Robert put it out already, right, Robert?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool.
And I see the little tidbit and note there. It says Gokor Chivichian gives his own coral belt to. Spell it out for us, Robert.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. There's
Yeah.
the actual event.
With the Giovanni Varela. Giovanni Varela is training with me over 25 years. He come here, he already has his black belt. That was 25 years ago, maybe more. Huh? So today he is 6th-degree black belt. I want everybody send it your congratulations for it. And he
Amazing.
worked hard, he teach hard, is a good teacher, and he has a lot of good students. And he's competing in the judo, jiu-jitsu, grappling. A lot of his students are competing too. So he's doing very well. Congratulations.
You know, and I feel very honored, guys, because this belt used to be Gofor's belt for over 20 years. And to have your professor's belt, it's a big honor, so I'm very happy. So thank you, Gopher.
Yeah, this is, do you imagine how skinny I was that time? So this is 25 years
It's also
ago.
an honor when your professor steals
I
your
never
key.
put it on. I always put the black belt because I talk about all the time, make a joke.
You gotta be proud, right?
That's right. At least you're doing something right if he's hating.
Yeah, well, I watched myself in the mirror one day. I say, well, it's time to put it on. This is Giovanni, so
That's hilarious.
That is quite an honor, man.
That's hilarious. Did you hear what he said though?
Tell us.
He said-
reiterate. Is that Byron
Go
on that screen?
Gokor says that he didn't put on the belt because he thinks it's an old man's belt. You have to be an old man to have the coral belt. But he said he looked in the mirror and said, "Hey, it's time."
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're all
Yeah,
getting
I
there.
guess Aaron said she couldn't hear me talking.
Well, you know, it wasn't important.
That's not important.
Cool.
The amazing thing is that, yes, Giovanni got that belt. It was Gokor Chivichian's belt. He was a 6th degree black belt in judo. Now he's a coral belt, which is the 7th degree. Amazing stuff, dude. I learn more and more just by getting out, and we're doing Gym Crashers and visiting people and yeah, if anybody ever thought that the black belt was the end of your journey, the beginning of the learning and the actual application of what you've learned starts at the black belt level. Those guys are amazing, and they continue to push. And 25 years in the business, I don't know how his bones can take it, but the man's still doing it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And competing at a high level. Every event I turn around, he's at a ceremony in the morning, he's at a competition in the afternoon.
But he dropped by actually to hang out with us here. I remember he, I don't know how much weight he had dropped, but he lost a significant amount of weight. So, I think he went like on a whole binge, if you would, of competition. So, how long ago was that?
It was maybe a month ago.
Okay.
He just called me actually this afternoon, so we're looking at about the 8 o'clock hour now, and he was about 4 o'clock on his way to LAX. He was flying to Honduras. I wished him well because he's putting on they would call it, I think, a world championship event in Honduras. So a lot of Central American practitioners will be there, and he'll be in Tegucigalpa and San Pedro Sula. And
nice.
Come back in one piece, homie.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
A lot going on down there.
Lots of stuff.
He asked me to put him in the Marriott, and they blew the lobby out. I said, you can't go.
Oh, man.
Something going on with the president.
Well, hopefully, everything's cool with him. And
that's right.
That's right. So, anyway, speaking of gym crashers, coming up, I think, this weekend. Am I right, Robert? This weekend? This Saturday?
You're
we
correct,
got a big one.
sir.
You
are
throw
correct.
that up, something from that up.
Yeah,
from
please.
Our,
If you
Sure,
don't
I'll
mind.
find
there.
something. Yep. Let me get
Southgate?
something up.
In Southgate? Yep, that's right.
Southgate, next to the subway?
Yep,
By
that's
the
right.
outlets?
Well, anyway, we have CMMA, right? I don't know too much about it. I think Dondo has better details on that, if you would. Is it a grand opening?
It's a grand opening for CMMA Southgate for Mike Hermosillo and Chad George.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, Mike's running the one in Southgate. I know they all run it together. They're like a family, but Chad's over there in Gardena and goes back and forth, and so does Mike. And just good to see that the guys are expanding and more to come from them. I know that they have a lot of ideas, and don't be surprised if another CMMA is going to open up in your neighborhood soon. And there is Mi Guapo in the background.
Huh.
That's his model name because he's our Mexican gi model.
Thank you.
Showing off the Conca gear. It's a man who knows how to tie a belt.
Find some stuff, Robert, because I forget what the schedule looks like as far as the seminar.
Yeah, let me see what we got. Let me go
It's
search.
an all-day event.
Let me
I
go
know.
search the Instagrams.
Okay.
I know the
If you
IGs.
Google or check out the Instagram for CMMA Southgate, there is a schedule of events, including Chad George himself, fresh off a Bellator win, and he's got his new podcast
There we
called The
go. I'm
Savage
sorry.
Hour.
Can you blow that up, Robert, please?
That is big as it gets on Instagram. Well, actually, no.
Why don't you read it to us, Robert? Make sure your microphone's plugged in.
There's a.
There we go.
There we go. Now we're talking.
We have some amazing technology we have here. We have the blow-up capability.
And we have a Perez that knows what she's doing.
Yes, we do.
Okay, so a seminar 10 o'clock a.m. We got yoga, and who's doing the yoga?
I guess we're going to be doing yoga with the wonderful Phoenix Rising,
Okay.
also known as. Do you have her name listed there, Robert?
Don't have her name.
It's all
here.
good. Just come out and do yoga with her.
And then you got
I
Chad
don't
George
like to bring up
at
names unless
12.
she asks me specifically
Okay.
to do so.
Yeah.
Then we got Chad George doing a seminar at 12 p.m.
And his seminars are actually going around, I think, the country. So Chad's been touching base with multiple dojos and training centers. So if you have the opportunity and you're in the LA area to get this, to get to this grand opening, go get the seminar and get it firsthand before he spreads the love across the country.
The dude's bad, so,
Absolutely. High-level grappler, Bellator fighter. What can
Yep.
you say?
Yep.
I mean, he was the announcer at Fight to Win, and I was itching to see him actually get out there and take on somebody, but I guess that'll happen in the near future.
Okay. Right on. Well, yeah, we got that on Saturday.
What else is at that
What else we
seminar?
got on there?
What do we got going on after Chad's what?
BJJ Fundamentals at 2 p.m.
That's
And then
the
we
good
got
stuff.
Women's Self-Defense at 4 p.m.
Right on.
So I'm wondering, who do we got? You think Mike Hermosillo's doing?
I would think Mike and Joe are the big guys there. They're running things. They're also Gracie brown belts as well, so they cross-train. They do MMA with Chad, and they're definitely going to bring their A game, so come check them out. They're cool dudes, and you never see a place that operates so integrated like a family. They're just so cool. So I know that people will like it if you're
I'm
in
looking
that
forward to
area.
that. Yep.
Yeah, if you're in
I'm definitely looking
Southgate,
forward to
that's the
that.
place to train.
That's right.
And hit up the Taco Quickie over on Tweety. Gotta throw a heads up to my taco place.
Hey,
Right?
it's all good, dude. And we actually have quite a busy Saturday, because after that we're shooting straight to KOTC.
Yep.
Hopefully.
Yep, with Team Iridium, we'll talk to Jacob Parga, and we'll hopefully be joining those guys out there at KOTC at Citizens Bank Arena. And a shout out to our homie Todd Medina and his boy Tanner's going to be fighting. So
We actually had one of our guys over from Delo Jiu-Jitsu who was supposed to fight. However, due to unforeseen circumstances such as stubbornness, he blew his knee and can no longer make it. So
such a bummer.
It is what it is.
But he's an up-and-comer, and I know he'll be back.
Yeah,
he certainly has the fire in him.
Man, there's plenty of more fights where that came from.
That's
so,
right.
You know, but
and there it is. Look at that shot. We got Kung Fu Panda, myself, and Tanner Medina right there at the 5 grappling event. Look, Robert. I can't even see myself.
I got shoes.
I thought that was Mark Hunt.
Well, that is Mark Hunt's chubby cousin.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah,
It's
look
weird to be sitting right next to myself. Actually looks like my skinny brother.
Oh, man.
And his hair's a little darker. I got some snow over the weekend.
Oh, man. Nice.
But look at Tanner, man. A handsome guy, man. A bodybuilder, a jiu-jitsu dude, a boxer, a Muay Thai guy. He's a well-rounded dude. He's going to do some damage out there. So whoever is his opponent, good luck to you.
Nice.
Yeah, and you know, of course, Tanner and Todd are eventually going to make their way down here someday. We just haven't
figured out a good schedule.
Yeah, we've just been missing each other.
Yeah, I feel you. Let's see. What else we got? Let's see. Dondo? What else is on tap?
Well, we got some other things coming up, some events that we actually covered, but we have yet to release. But you're going to catch it on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Producer Robert's been doing some editing. We were recently out, or here at the Mini Dojo, we were with Ralph the Rex. Check it out. That's actually already out on Ralph the Rex's site in some capacity.
Oh, wow.
But I got to teach 2 Tyrannosaurus Rex some jiu-jitsu. A little bit of combos. We threw some combos. They were throwing knees, and then they finished with an Americana on Instagram.
So we are actually having a free admission version of Ralph the Rex and Dondo. So this one's going to be actually called Dondo Teaches Ralph the Rex some jiu-jitsu. So it ought to be coming out in 3 steps.
Rerun?
No, it's our own version. It's more of a tutorial for the dinosaurs.
Oh, I love it. And Robert did catch that with his high-tech camera.
Yeah, it'll be fun. It's a fun thing. It's a little slightly different than what Ralph the Rex put out, but slightly still fun though.
Well, yeah, we caught more than one angle. We taught more than one thing, so we'll just do the extended version.
I know you guys had swung by OC Fight Docs. How was that?
OC Fight Docs, Dr. Kessler's Office of Wellness, it's open to the public and to a lot of UFC fighters. Irvine, or is it Tustin? Irvine, Tustin area. It was kind of amazing, actually. We got to meet with a lot of people. Went over there with Jacob Parga and Team Iridium. Met with quite a few folks. The Hawaiian boys, Louis Smoka and Russell Dewan. Who else did we talk to, Robert?
Chris.
We talked
Chris
to Chris.
was there. We got Blake Builder.
Chris who, Robert? Your last name, please. Chris Kringle.
There's some other people too. Chikongo was there. We already mentioned that, right?
Yeah, Czech was there. That
Czech was
cool.
there. He was talking about some.
Now, did you guys do like a spot for them, or?
Yeah, and we are actually going to play the spot at the end of the show. So we're gonna drop.
Oh, sweet.
We're gonna put it public.
Because I haven't
finally.
seen it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, so it's Hawk Grips, Iridium Sports.
Well, yeah,
Hot
let
grips.
me talk about that
Yeah,
a
let
little.
him talk
So,
about
you
it.
know, we did meet up with the Team Iridium, which was awesome. Their fighters are just a cool group of people that really, I mean, they go. So
Okay.
when they go to Dr. Kessler's, they need some recovery. And Hawk Grips, who are in the medical field, and they create these devices to help with tissue manipulation, recovery. I mean, they were doing massage. They were doing all kinds of things that are well beyond my medical knowledge. But we do have video of this, and the applications for these devices were amazing. So Hot Grips, a shout out to you guys. Shout out to Dr. Kessler in his office, our buddy Bernard, Dr. Bernard, and Jacob Parga, Jason House, and his fighters. An amazing group of people. And I think we're going to segue into some video that we shot while we were out there. So stay tuned as we go into that.
Yeah, we're going to
Drop that at the end of the show.
a couple of minutes.
We should have a.
Recording the Woods segment.
It's a segment we'll try to do probably on more on the Wednesday
Show.
because we don't want to mess up. Favi's got like it laid out. You know
Yeah,
how
he's
his
got
show
his groove.
Yeah, he runs a tight ship, and we'll probably have, according to Woods, a little bit more on Wednesdays, which is pretty cool because, like we said before, Adam Woods is our correspondent. He goes to any event he can, whether it's pro wrestling or mixed martial arts, any combat sports he can get into, he will be there. So he's talking about a few things, and he should be calling in shortly.
Well, I have to say I admire his style. In fact, he's a go-getter. It's often time-consuming and cumbersome to set up a crew and to get out and film, and we do what we got to do to make sure we can bring it to you. So I'm all for it. But Adam Woods is like a guerrilla warrior, dude. He's out there. He sneaks through the back door, sets up his own stuff.
Oh, nice. That's
He
my
holds
kind
his
of.
own camera. He hits his own button to start, hits it to stop, edits, and takes care of business and puts it out here at Free Admission Media. So I admire his style.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. Yeah. Cheers to
Can't
him,
say
man.
enough good things about a guy who's willing to do it himself.
Yeah. No, for sure.
And high quality too. I dig the stuff he puts out. It may not be 4K, but it still comes through as solid with me. I just love it. So much so that I want to use my phone more for what I do.
Also, I know we had a spot we shot at Black House MMA was like last month or so.
Yeah, that's coming out a little later. We got Marcelo Cavalcanti's and Gordo's coming out this week.
Oh yeah, that's
That's
right.
a
The
big one.
seminar and his promotions.
And
Yep.
sorry for any delay, but yes, Marcelo Cavalcanti and Gordo, the inventor of the half guard.
Yep.
Good seminar.
Well, what I was gonna say is
Don't
when that Black House one gets released, I know there's a spot in there with you and Mr. Woods having a good role. So
Yeah.
the guy actually gets his hands dirty, literally.
I like it that he did that. And
Yeah.
you know, we're doing business, so you know it's tough to do business in this business unless you actually roll with your counterpart. So it was cool.
Well,
of
it's
him to
also a
do
good
that.
thing to roll too. You know, that way it's not like we're just
Just talking.
just talking and
That's right.
blowing smoke up people's rear ends.
Yep. No, he was
You know
cool.
what I mean?
He was down right away.
Yeah,
Sent
so-
me home with a present on my shoulder, but it's all good. The present that keeps itching. I can't say it came from you, Adam. I'm sorry.
Actually,
May it came from the mat, but you know.
Adam also was supposed to train today.
Yeah.
He said he was
He'll be training.
Okay.
Takes his rounds out there, around there. He gets the jiu-jitsu.
Gets
and-
it in. That's good.
Yeah, martial arts training.
Well, hopefully
wherever
he calls
can.
in so I could ask him where he actually stays at.
Yeah.
I think I know where he stays at. Right there by Glendale. What's the neighborhood next to Glendale?
North Hollywood?
Westlake Village?
Sure.
On that side? No. What's going towards Dodger Stadium? There's a neighborhood in between the two.
Lincoln Heights.
Not Silver Lake. No,
s-
it's something else. It's right there.
it's
Is
Westlake.
It is Westlake.
It is
Village, you
Westlake,
crazy
yeah.
People.
Echo Park.
Oh, just Westlake. Okay. Well, sorry, but yeah, Westlake. He's from that lake, not Silver Lake.
So that like Aliso Village. No, that's
oh,
more
you're
on
right.
like the.
You're right. But I'll ask him. I think it is right there.
Okay,
I don't know. I could be wrong. He lives by Portos, and not the Buena Park or Downey one.
that's Glendale.
Yeah, but it's not Glendale. It's right there, in that hood.
Okay,
Adams Woods,
like off of San Fernando.
somewhere.
Come on, kind of like that.
Hit
All right,
him
whatever.
up.
Anyways.
Why don't you jam him up and figure it out? If you keep pushing the table, we're going to be in the next room.
Oh, sorry. I can't help it. You know, it's
You know,
it's just I'm getting too excited here. You know.
I could tell.
Hey. So what?
One last thing that we didn't bring up, and Robert brought his name up before I could even talk about it. We get out to OC Fight Docs. We're meeting the fighters. We're getting ready to set up, and uniquely, there's a seminar or a clinic rather being taught in-house, and it looked like it had to do with chiropractic or massage or something to do with wellness.
Uh-huh.
And the resident doctor that was teaching the event was Czech Congo.
Oh wow.
I know.
Really?
Yeah, Atwater Village. That's the village. I was talking about.
Atwater Village. Oh,
Yes,
okay.
that's where I think that's where he
got you.
stays.
Yeah.
But Czech Congo was the professor on duty for this clinic. And
I never knew that dude had hands for that.
Not only did he have hands for healing and wellness, the opposite of what we know him as, very well spoken and kind of amazing in the things, well beyond my medical awareness, what he was teaching these people. And we caught that on camera. It's something Robert will be putting out. It's in conjunction with Iridium Sports Agency, the fighters, and Hawk Grips. So Czech was there. The Hawk Grips people were performing their healing and wellness duties with the Iridium guys. So it all kind of tied together. We had a very big day. I can't wait to see more of what Robert put out. I've seen a couple of the edits, but I don't know if he's gone public just yet with it because he likes to really make sure we have a polished product before it comes out.
Well, that's like I kind of felt like when we were dropping things week after week after week, it was kind of hard for everybody to get to watch that, especially because the way our page is set up, that gym crashers that we actually go out to somebody to their dojos, it stays up on the top of our YouTube page for that amount of time until we post the next gym crashers video.
Oh, God.
So I felt like it's better for them to get a week, 2-3 weeks in, people to get to know it, to view it, and get a chance to take a look at what those dojos have to offer before I drop another one.
I see.
So like a fine wine, Robert's letting them breathe.
Letting them age in barrels.
Giving him time to polish his other products out.
Speaking of fine wine, so we're going to have to actually reach out to some people now, which I was informed by someone that,
Producer Jessica?
Yes. Well, just so I didn't become such a big name dropper, but,
Let's call her JP. Producer JP.
Anywho, so yes, producer JP informed us of some
Angel City, right?
Angel City Brewery.
We could throw it out there, throw a logo up, and let's reach out to them.
Yeah, see what happens.
I hear that they're looking to sponsor people. We are definitely looking for sponsors, and would love to reach out to you guys and possibly shoot a show out there live and bring fighters out and bring our crew out and meet up at Angel City and test the brew.
That's right. That's where I'm a Viking.
Even though we tested anyways.
Like that's where I'm a Viking.
Yeah, no, we love it.
I'm a black belt at that. So.
That's right. It's in a good neighborhood. They got the food truck out front. They got an arcade bar around the block.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Absolutely love the location in the art district.
That's right. What's up, Robert? What's up?
That's right. Make sure we send this to Angel City because we're looking for him.
Shortly, he just said.
I think he's an Angel City fan himself.
He's about to call in, hopefully.
Okay. Right on.
Yeah. Oh. I bet Mr. Woods knows the owner because that's the kind of guy he is with his maroon jacket and shiny shoes when he's out there in the world.
Let's see. Where's he at?
He's coming up.
There he is.
The best dressed
What's good, party people?
There.
How yeah?
What's happening, dude?
Jeez. Man, super technical difficulty. Sorry about that. Wait, here I am, right? I'm here.
You got it.
You can see me, right?
We can hear you. We can't quite. Oh, there it is. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, no, we got you.
It must be that garage internet.
You and Robert must have the same provider.
It's garbage juice internet, to say the very least. But how are you, gentlemen?
Wonderful, and you're looking good, man. I see you under the light right there, outdoors.
I should just stay here. Like, let me
it's
just
perfect.
Yeah, right on. So, yeah, man. Thanks for having me on. I am a correspondent for Admission Media, so I'm kind of the intern,
Yep.
Shooting stuff. I'm the young man, I guess one would say. How's it going, party people?
We're having a blast. We hear that you've been to a lot of events. You're out at Epic. You were out at CXF over in Sportsman's Lodge, I think it was, out there in the valley, living it up.
Yeah, absolutely, man. For those who haven't gotten to experience a CXF event, man, is it fun. And you actually have the cool thing that you can do, because the last CXF 11 Alpha Dogs, is live on their Facebook page. So if you want to check it out.
Oh, nice.
Facebook, CXF, and you can catch the entire event in its entirety on Facebook Live, man. So that's a pretty big deal, right?
I can't wait.
No, for sure, man. Cool. That's heavy duty.
And that venue, that Sportsman's Lodge, is something else. I'm stoked that the events keep happening there. I can't wait to come out.
Yeah, man. It's slowly becoming through the virtues of both not just CXF but bash boxing. That usually happens the night before. It's slowly becoming one of Southern California's storied venues. A
Yeah.
la the Grand Olympic Auditorium of old, and man, every time I go on the freeway, passing Staples Center, I cry a little bit because the Grand Olympic is no longer the Grand Olympic. Uh, and so many great memories, whether it be wrestling, boxing, what have you, man. That thing is holds a special place in most of us Los Angelinos' heart.
Nice, nice, for sure, for sure. Cool. So, are you planning to attend on Saturday as well?
King of the Cage.
Saturday, King of the Cage. There's a couple of things that are actually happening, so I'm not sure which I'm doing. But definitely King of the Cage, as well as Lorenz Hawkins' promotion, are running Ontario the same night.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
What is that?
Okay.
It's an amateur promotion, so we'll see how it goes. Also, and this actually just kind of fell into my lap, but UFC Hall of Famer Dan the Beast Severn, he is the reason why I even got into mixed martial arts in terms of following it.
Oh,
Um,
wow. Nice.
That's amazing.
he hit me up through social media. I was honored that he contacted me. He's actually coming to Southern California. It should be in and out as we speak. And booking seminars all from San Diego, starting in San Diego, finishing up in the Pacific Northwest.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, he's got 2 dates open in the greater Los Angeles area. That is
Nice.
this Saturday, February 24th, and Monday, February 26th. So if you're a gym owner and you would love to have the grappling stylings of, a multiple-time Hall of Famer in combat sports. He's a two-time Hall of Famer of the Strongos Honolulu, Iowa Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame, UFC Hall of Famer,
Uh-huh.
Arizona State College Wrestling Hall of Famer, and UFC UFC Heavyweight Champion, and National Wrestling Alliance Champion, and the Beast Severn. If you're interested in booking him, you can hit me up, hit him up.
Yeah.
Slide into the DMs and I can get you his email address and get the beast rolling on the mat, man.
Oh, for sure, man. That'd be definitely dope, and we'll definitely stay in touch with you on that. And hopefully, dude, we'll catch you this weekend. Whether if hopefully maybe we'll drop by Chad George's place.
Yep. South
And
Gate.
and or King of the Cage, dude. So for sure, thank you for all the help, bro. We totally appreciate it.
Good to have you, man.
And really quick about Epic, just want to shout out Nicole, Jason, and Harvey, the Epic team. They showed us, all of us media, a heck of a good time, and there's stuff being posted constantly about that event. There was some 360, action going on in terms of video. Really cool stuff. Also, speaking of John George and Mike Theo,
Yep.
big shout
The
out.
brothers.
They had a hell of a good night. They went 2-0 with Soichiro Sasaki, respectively.
Yeah,
as
Soichiro,
well
yeah.
as well as Jose Luna, both scoring impressive wins in front of the Epic Fighting Faithful. So shout out to them. I actually got to only talk to them at the 10th Planet EBI post party.
Okay.
Another big
Cool
one.
cool things that they got going down there, especially with the opening of the Southgate location. So, if
Oh,
you're
yeah.
a fan of Southgate area and you want to have the tutelage of Hey Hippie, Mike Carabafio, or Chad the Savage George, go ahead and hit him up. If you're wondering if you should or not, you should absolutely go. Check him out.
For sure, we sure as hell will, man. And
We'll see
again,
you
once
out there,
again,
bud.
thank you again, and hopefully we'll see you this weekend, brother.
All right, Adam. Thank you.
Guys,
The man. That's right.
Peace.
Adam Woods coming at you.
That's our guy. Well, we're running up against the clock here, but again, thank you to Adam Woods. Can't thank him enough, man. That dude does a lot of work, man. He's one of the hardest working dudes we know. So, thank you again. Anybody who tuned in, thank you, Adam Woods. Thank you again to Giovanni Varela, and we'll definitely catch you guys this weekend wherever you're at. So,
and thank you to Favi for giving us this opportunity to host this episode of Full Contact Fanatics.
And Favi, hurry back, dude, because I mean.
And here
Jeez.
it is. Hawk Grips and Russell Dewan.
Peace. Later.
We're here with Russell Dewan, UFC fighter at OC Fight Docs, and representing Hawk Grips. I know they brought you in today for some rehabilitation stuff. Can you tell me a little bit about what's going to go on?
Oh, we just finished our sparring. We had a nice hard sparring after we had a nice long run. So of course we're a little sore, a little beat up, and they're going to bring me in here with the Hawk Grips and make me feel all good again.
I love it, man. So representing Hawaii, I know you got a fight coming up in Orlando, February 24th against Haniaya.
Haniaya.
I love it, man. How you feeling? Everything ready to go?
I feel good. I feel fantastic. You know what I mean? I'm out here with Team Oyama, and they're giving me the best training I can remember having for a good while. And it's hard work, and that's why I'm here to get fixed up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think Hawk Grips are the right people to do it. OC Fight Docs. Thank you, Russell.
Thank you.
Pleasure having you.
You can also combine like ART, active release technique, other soft tissue modalities with the RT setting here. So now we're going to be working on supraspinatus here. So Russ, I'm going to have you bring your arm into internal rotation and then bring that knuckle behind your back. Again, incorporating things like ART, soft tissue with finger tools, ISTM. Again, here we're using the Tecker lotion Chuck was talking about. Also, the Hawk Grips emollient through here. Let's have you rest actually come back again, shorten the fibers. Make a little bit more of the traps. Go ahead and lean to the left, rotate to the left. And then come back out with your hand. And we're gonna get that tension, go ahead and turn our rotation and bring that shoulder back. Laterally tilt that head and then rotate to the left. And back again. And then we're going to run the rhomboids here. So once you get that tension, you're going to bring your arm across here, look down to the left, and then complete that adduction across your chest. So go ahead.
Hi, my name is Anna. I'm here treating a few fighters at the OC Fight Docs. This is Lewis, who I just treated. What were we seeing you for today?
My ankles and my calves, I guess, and the Achilles.
Okay. And what type of injury were you sustaining today?
Everything was just sore. Went to the track today, did a lot of running, so my calves were all like tight and stuff.
Are you normally very sore after running?
Yeah, kind of. It's a pretty consistent thing.
And today we did a couple releases on Lewis, and we released his calves, his ankles, and we did a little bit of work on just some stretching after the fact. How did it feel? How did the treatment feel? Was it painful? Was it...
It felt pretty good. It felt just like, like real light pressure, just kind of like gliding over like my sore areas. And like kind of some of the other areas, when you dug a little bit deeper, I kind of felt like ribbing, like a little crunching going on, like almost smoothing it out.
But none of it was uncomfortable, right?
Oh no, it was great.
And then after, from before we started to after, what was the difference that you felt?
Everything just feels like a little bit more free, like it's just not as tight and not like constricted, I guess.
Yeah, so for like an acute type of injury like Lewis had, Hawk Grips are great for just kind of reducing some of the pressure and increasing some of the blood flow so those muscles can get back to their healthy soft tissue, so kind of their status. And with him, he had a little bit of impingement at the ankle, so we worked a little bit on some neural glides as well to kind of reduce what's going on, because those areas can overfire. So I think that was reduced as well. We did a quick squat assessment for him initially just to kind of see what he needed, and then after that we saw that he was able to correct, even unknowingly, knowing that he was correcting himself.
I was terraforming my squat or something. I don't know.
But you did great. Well, thank you. Do you have any questions or?
When can I come back?
As soon as possible, I guess.
So right now I'm working down a rectus spinae outlining QL because he has a lot of low back issues and both can affect that. He has a history of, what did you say?
I have bulging disc and yeah, so bulging disc. You can't even talk.
Obviously being really careful because I don't have an image right now, but going through right there, getting the spinous ligaments as well to give the spine a little bit more flexibility to move, leeway to move, I should say. You'll see the petechiae. I normally don't go much over that. It's not gua sha necessarily. It's the Western form, ISTIM. So if something breaks out that red, give it a break. It usually goes away between 10 and 15 minutes. Sometimes you get bruising. Is this okay?
Yeah.
I'm going to do his occipital release, flip him over after, but right now we're kind of concentrating more on low back. I can use this for QL. I know it's cold, I'm sorry. To go down like this, which I will in a minute. Feel okay?
Yeah, just cold.
Pin underneath here, scrape down towards his low back. Which one felt better?
That one right here.
And you're going to have to do it patient by patient. These are very basic treatments, especially with passive recipients. You okay?
Yeah.
All right, we're here with Jacob and Alex. Alex just underwent some treatment and some rehabilitation. What can you tell me about how you feel right now and the injuries that you'd sustained and how they made you feel afterwards?
It feels good. They worked on my back a lot. Feels a lot better than when I first came in. Excited to be working with them. Can't wait to go, get some more treatment.
Yeah, it looked quite extensive what they were doing to you. Are there anything specific that they were able to accomplish today that you feel really good about?
I came in here pretty tight. They were able to loosen up my back, my hips kind of a little bit, but mostly on my back, my lower back, they really worked on that, touched that, and then touched my lats as well.
Yeah, really good. How about you, Jacob? What's going on? I know you brought the team in. What's good with you?
No, this is more an exciting project we got going with Hot Grips and OC Fight Docs are both two people that or two companies that take care of all our guys. Before a fight, OC Fight Docs. I want to give a huge thank you to Dr. Kessler and his staff. They're amazing. Probably one of the better facilities that I've ever been to, and they treat my guys with the best care that they can find, and we want to thank them for letting us bring Hot Grips in. They're another great company that do a lot of great work for us, and they're one of the main sponsors for Team Iridium. So we want to just it's a great opportunity for my guys to get the rehab that they need, and with help like this from these types of companies, we really do appreciate everything. So.
Yeah, well spoken. I agree completely. OC Fight Docs, Dr. Kessler Wellness, Family and Wellness, here for the public and here for the fighters. Thank you again, Alex.
No worries. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.